Hello everybody. Welcome to Funnel Factor. Okay, mic's working. Seems a little loud though. I'm gonna turn that down. Let me know if you can't hear me that well though. Okay, welcome to Funnel Factor. We are here with day 3 of Kathryn Jones Week, which is super exciting. I'm really happy for today because this is gonna be so cool. We are going to be focusing on design of Kathryn's CF Design School landing page. So I learned from Kathryn. She was a mentor when I was starting my business, and what I do now all stemmed from what I learned from her. So now I'm using the things, a lot of the things that I've learned back on her stuff. So it's really fun. And because she is, the design hacker queen, it's fun being able to come and break down the design of her page. So this is gonna be awesome today. Welcome. Put a hashtag live or a hashtag replay down in the comments, depending on which one you are. I love you if you are here live. I love you if you're here on the replay. And I love all the comments that I got yesterday. That was so awesome. Thank you for watching. What we're going to do is we're going to dive into the third factor of my trust test, which is upscale. Upscale is referring to like high-end design. We want our pages to look legit. We don't want them to look sketchy. We want when people land on the page, we want them to stay long enough that they are going to actually read our copy and that they are going to see what our offer is. If your page does not look professional, a lot of people are going to leave it before they even see your amazing offer or your amazing copy. What design does is it builds that credibility. It increases the trust that they have in you and your brand. And that's what leads to higher conversions. So if you have a funnel and it's functioning really awesome, but you're like, it kind of looks like it probably could use a little bit of a facelift, reach out to me. I'm going to help you. Okay. So we're going to focus on just the design today. So we already broke down on Monday the headline title. We already broke down the how the page reads, right? R for read. That is how like the message that she's got going on here. And then today we're focusing purely on how is this page looking upscale or high end, and we're focusing on the design. Okay. So, right away, I want to point out some people do this, some people don't, but she has her logo right at the top. I like that little touch. I think it adds a little element of like, I'm a brand, right? Some people prefer to leave their logo off because it's just taking up space, especially when you start looking at mobile view. And maybe you only have your logo show on desktop view and take it off of mobile view. But if some people have their logo up the top and it's like a small part of the desktop design, but then when you look at it on mobile view, it's taking up, like, your screen is only so big, right, on the phone. And if someone lands on your page and like a third of the screen is just your logo, then they're not even seeing most of your headline, right? So just keep that in mind. I like the little touch that she has here. It's such a simple little logo. It's almost an icon, right? It's a little icon, flat design. There's no like fanciness to this. It's just a really cool flat logo. I think it just adds a little bit of a touch to it. She also has it in the background. You guys see, if I scroll, you can see that is her background of this page, which I love because I am a huge fan of clean white pages. It just screams professional to me. I think people get their pages a little too cluttered sometimes. But without getting crazy, she still was able to add a really nice subtle touch of visual interest. I think is what Kathryn could go on to do. Let's see. We have it showing all through here. This is a really cool touch that I haven't seen much of. Usually when people have 3 columns, there's some space, some gaps between the columns, and she's got hers touching. And not only does she have them touching, but the shadowing coming off of, so like the shadow coming off of this one is spilling over onto this one. And then the shadow on this one is spilling over onto this one. I don't know that was like thought out and intentional when they were like, oh, if we do these drop shadows on here, it's going to like make a really cool effect onto the ones next to it. I'm guessing, because I've done this before, I'm guessing that they just wanted to like put some shadowing behind it, and then it ended up looking like that, because the reason why it's spilling over onto the other ones is because uh this one technically on the page is under this middle one, and then this one is under this one. It's just the way that the page coding works. And so it's just creating that really cool effect. So it may not have been intentional, and maybe it was just kind of a happy accident that it happened for them that way. But I think it's really, really awesome that that effect turned out really cool. So anyway, we don't see it behind those. We're talking about her logo in the background. And it's just kind of the theme throughout her whole page, right? It's a very short page because it's just an opt-in page. And that's just a nice little touch. What I think, I love this page, and I wouldn't change anything because it's converting really well for her. But looking back at some of the other weeks that we've done, Garrett White last week, and I think Dan Henry maybe had, I don't think he had this. Someone else, can't remember who, maybe it was Alex Sharfin, were using pictures of themselves like on stage and like teaching groups of people like in workshops and stuff, like in person, using those types of pictures in the background. So I think that would be the only thing that, like, if Kathryn wanted to change this up a little bit, I think that would be the only thing that would like make it cool. But I honestly don't even know where she would put that, because it's such a short page and it already has a lot going on. Okay, back to the design. So then we've got, let's take a look. I think this is going to be a recurring thing, is like, let's see how many fonts they're using, because that's a huge mistake that people do, is they use too many fonts, or they don't use consistent fonts throughout all of their branding and all their marketing. I actually had a client just yesterday or the day before. I was asking her, okay, what fonts do you use in your social media branding for this particular offer? And while on one hand, part of my job is to figure out like what fonts they should use to optimize their conversions, but on the other hand, we want a consistent feel throughout their entire brand. Like all of the assets that they're putting out there, you want a consistent feel, because that is building trust and credibility. And my client actually said to me, she's like, are the fonts really that important? I've seen people's funnels where the funnels look completely different than their websites. They look completely different than their social media. So she's taking that and thinking it's a good thing. Like, oh, I've seen other funnels and they look totally different than anything else that they have. Do the fonts really matter that much? And that just screams to me that this is a huge problem. This is a huge problem. There needs to be consistency. If your funnel does not look like it belongs to your business and your brand, there's a huge problem to be solved here. So Kathryn has Gotham. She has Open Sans. Gotham. Where is she using Open Sans? Gotham. Open Sans might be one of those that just kind of snuck its way onto the page. And sometimes it's the footer. No? Where in the world is Open Sans at on this page? And Poppins. I haven't seen that anywhere. That's strange. Gotham. It's possible because of the way ClickFunnels loads, and I've actually never noticed this, but now that I'm thinking about it, sometimes if you have like the weird typography, like overall funnel settings as one font, and then you have like manually changed your elements to another font, I've noticed that when the page loads, it actually like preloads the overall setting, like in the typography setting, and then it switches over to like your override setting. So I wonder if that's what's going on, because we're seeing that it's saying that there's 3 different fonts on this page, but this is telling me, oh wait, Poppins. Okay, Poppins is on the timer. So maybe Open Sans is just hiding somewhere in here too. Maybe it's, yeah. So anyway, okay. Anyway, she's got a very consistent look, very consistent feel. She's using pretty much one font, the entire thing, and 2 colors, 2 main brand colors. Like, yes, she's got some black, she's got gray, and her overall color is white, but she's got blue and she's got yellow. So it's very simple, not hard on the eyes. It's actually very pleasing and easy to look at. The yellow is bright, but it's not eye hurting bright. So that's really, really awesome. And it's overall just a really great design. We talked about this earlier in the week. I love the roundness that she's got, and I like that it's a continuing theme. So it's on her button, it's on her little headline, her sub headlines here, and then she repeated this like trio look down here with her buttons. She could have just added in another single column right here and put a single button down below it. But that would have like interrupted like in a bad way, interrupted the design flow that she's got here. And I like that they just chose to do 3 buttons, and it's like repeating the look of up here. So I think that's really, really cool. The pictures here of her showing like, here's what my students have actually accomplished. If you have something visual that you can show for your little like bullet points of like, here's what you're going to learn, or here's what you're going to get out of this, instead of using icons, if you have the opportunity to use actual pictures of the thing, do that instead. I think that's genius right here. And just like, you just look at this page and it screams professionally designed. I think it's just everything working together. It's the subtle shadowing, it's the subtle icon background in the back, it's the rounded edges. Like, not saying that all of these things you have to go and do, but I think all of these working together, the bright, crisp colors, everything working together is just showing that this is a legit, credible, professional page. This does not look anything like a template. Everything about it is customized to what she has going on. Even the idea of the 4-part video trainings instead of just signing up for a single webinar is unique to what she's doing. And that is setting this page apart. And this is the page that she runs ads to. So this is why it is working and why she is going to get the 2 Comma Club award. So that's it for me, you guys. Go to funnelfactorshow.com and get access to all of the episodes. And also, if you are sitting there thinking like, man, my funnel really needs a facelift, just put #funnelfriend down in the comments and we'll get connected and we can just chat. No strings attached if you just need to chat about it. Tomorrow we'll be back doing another day of Kathryn Jones and breaking down this same landing page. Tomorrow is going to be social proof day, which is very quickly becoming one of my next favorite day to do. I don't know why. It seemed like when I was creating this show and I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to talk about social proof for 10 or 15 minutes? And now it's like one of my favorite things to do. So we're going to be back tomorrow for social proof day. And that's it. Have a great Wednesday. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I am not wearing green. Good thing you can't reach through the screen and pinch me. So have a great day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.